open up PowerPoint, sometimes they have like pop-ups or boxes on the screen. So the first thing you want to do is tell PowerPoint you're smart. You don't need help. You're gonna build it your way. Then they have these boxes here. What we're gonna do about that is we're gonna go to layout and we're gonna choose blank. By choosing layout blank, that's gonna give you a plain canvas, like your own blank canvas to draw on. And then we're gonna use what's called the curved line tool. Curved line tool can be used for a lot of things. And it's used to draw really creative shapes. And John, should we do ovals for the eyes?
Yeah, let's do ovals first.
Okay. And then we're gonna use the ovals also. So like the ellipse tool lets you create really cool eyes fast. So the drawing tools are under the home tab or under draw, and you'll find shapes, or I mean design and insert shapes. So depending on the version of PowerPoint you have, just look for insert or home and find the shapes. So I left click on the ellipse tool, the oval tool, and my mouse changes to this little plus sign. So now when I left click and I hold in left click, I can draw a shape. I want to make the eyes not too big so I can draw around it. So I create a first ellipse. I'm going to go to fill color, and I'm going to choose something like a really light blue. Then I'm going to go to ellipse again, create another ellipse, a little bit smaller, and put it inside. And I'm going to change this color by going to fill, and I'll pick a color. And then finally, we'll add another one that's the pupil. This one we're going to make black. All right. And then if you want to duplicate this,
we'll make a little highlight on it.
Okay.
A highlight, guys, is where the light shines.
Okay. So I'm going to move these ones up just a little bit too, and then I'm going to go to the ellipse tool, and I'm going to left click and drag, make a little circle, and this one I'm going to make white, and this time I go change the outline. So I'm going to go to shape outline, and I could do no outline. Now it looks like there's a light source applied to the eye. Now I want to duplicate this. I want two eyes for my character. So I'm going to left click up high, draw a box around the whole thing. Because if I only draw a box around some of it, not all the pieces are selected. So I left click, I drag, they're all selected. I right click, I go to group. Now I can move them together. I can grow and shrink them together. So I'm going to right click it, and I'm going to click on copy, right click, and paste. I like a little asymmetry. I'm going to rotate it, and I'll make one a little bit bigger than the other. Make it look a little interesting. All right, next, we can start creating something like the head. So this is where we use the curved line tool to build it yourself. Curved line tool is really powerful. Lets you create any shape you want. So if I click on this drop down, I can find curved line and left click it. Again, my mouse becomes a plus sign. If I left click and I move my mouse, a line comes out of it. And every time I left click, there's a point I can bend my line around. If you ever make a mistake, you can hit backspace and it will undo. So I'm gonna left click and then click, 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 and then I want to bring my mouse back where I started and left click again. Now there's a problem. My eyes are behind my character, so to fix that, I can right click it, go to send to back, and now I'll go to the background. Again, I can go to shape fill, choose a different color. Then I can go back to my curved line tool. I can draw a nice happy face or whatever emotion you want to express. Change the color. And then I can even draw in a cool nose by making several shapes. So over here, I'm creating an ellipse. I want to give this a color. I'm going to draw another ellipse inside, a little bit thinner. I'll make this one dark. And then I can make one final one.
Don't be afraid to exaggerate, guys. Any shape can work.
I'm gonna right click and group these, shrink it down, and now it has a nice big honker. Look at that nose.
A honker, I like it. Okay.